The FBI has stepped in to investigate allegations of abuse within the Baton Rouge Police Department in Louisiana, my hometown. People have been detained, are coming forward with new lawsuits claiming they were taken to a warehouse known as the Brave Cave, and they call it the warehouse of torture, where they say they were tortured, sexually assaulted, and humiliated by Baton Rouge police officers. WBRZ Chief Investigative Reporter Chris Nakamoto has been following this from the very beginning. He joins us with an update tonight.
What the hell is going on there?
It has been a wild last few weeks here in the city of Baton Rouge, Isaiah. I can tell you 4 arrest warrants, as you just said, were issued for Baton Rouge police officers in the city of Baton Rouge. They were part of the street crimes unit that is now under an administrative and federal investigation. Just last week, the FBI took a rare step and made an announcement saying that they have launched an investigation into this unit along with the Federal Civil Rights Division. And if you're familiar with how the feds operate, that's very unusual. They normally just say we can't ever confirm or deny the existence of an investigation. So by them coming out last week saying we are investigating, it was a very strong statement that the feds made pertaining to all of these incidents that have been coming to light here in the city of Baton Rouge.
Now, for those who are not familiar with the Brave Cave, what is that exactly, and how does that tie to the Baton Rouge Police Department?
This all started about a month ago when a lawyer who was representing a client filed a lawsuit and alleged that his client was driven to a warehouse and tortured. It was captured on body camera video with some of the officers saying en route to the Brave Cave. When we started asking questions and other media started asking questions to the administration, the Baton Rouge Police Department, and the mayor's office, nobody was aware of what the Brave Cave was. And so as more and more details started to emerge, more people started coming out saying, we were also brought there and tortured there. And so as the development started unfolding rapidly, the whole street crimes unit, which went out and targeted drug offenders, things like that, it was disbanded. There were 3 officers who were put on leave. Yesterday, the deputy chief, right under the chief, was put on leave. He used to be commander of that unit. So things are moving very swiftly. And ultimately, people are alleging their civil rights were violated inside of that warehouse where they say that they were beaten up.
Wow, incredible. Now, we know the police chief there, Mr. Murphy Paul, went before council yesterday, the parish council, and had an emotional situation where he basically, I don't want to say attacked some council members, but got emotional. So tell us a little bit about that.
He was certainly impassioned about this whole situation. He was questioned about the status of the Brave Cave whole situation that's been unfolding over the past month. And he began just addressing the council members, saying, look, you reduced my funding for lawyers. So I disciplined some of these officers. Then they go back to the Civil Service Board because they have a right to appeal their discipline. And then the Civil Service Board that is appointed by some of these Metro Council members basically undoes the decision that he made to discipline some of these bad actors. So he said it's very frustrating when you have a board that's basically siding with some of these bad actors and undoing the discipline that he's trying to clean up within the department. The chief is scheduled to resign at the end of November. He's already announced his resignation, but he's scheduled to be finished in November. So some of the council members were also saying you shouldn't even be involving yourself since you're about to leave. But I think what they were unaware of and what we broke today is that arrest warrants have already been signed for some of these officers. And a judge obviously found probable cause that these officers crossed the line for them to sign this warrant, alleging impropriety on their parts.
2 quick questions. Number 1, is the chief resigning as a result of this torture warehouse or Brave Cave, or did he announce that before? And secondly, who issued these arrest warrants? Which agency said, let's go arrest these Baton Rouge police officers?
To answer your first question, the chief announced months ago that he was resigning. We also broke that story as well. And it was just due to some shift in direction in his life. So way before this Brave Cave even came to light, he had announced that he was resigning. And to be clear, he had said he was not aware that people were being tortured inside that warehouse. They knew that it was being used by the narcotics division and the street crimes division, but they were not aware that people were going in there and having their civil rights violated. And then the other part of your question essentially was what, Isaiah?
Which agency sought and gained the arrest warrants for police officers in Baton Rouge?
We understand it was Baton Rouge Police. So they wound up having a 19th Judicial District judge sign the warrants, and that's how they're going to be moving forward. We should have more information tomorrow as a news conference is announced. Obviously, the FBI just announcing that they're joining the investigation last week. Things move a little bit slower with the feds, so we're not expecting any announcement from the feds anytime soon.